on Council Bluffs News, making an appearance, former Nebraska Husker and Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Rogers visits Children's Square USA for a fundraiser. Wheels of Courage, the first annual car show benefits car lovers and local cancer patients. And the Harvester Lofts has a new art exhibit. Lisa Haney tells us more about Coherence in our in-studio interview. That and more on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. Children's Square USA helps hundreds of kids from 6 months to 12 years of age every day. As the need for the service grows, so does the need for more room on campus. A visit from former Nebraska Husker and current Vice President of New Business Development for RFD-TV, Johnny Rogers, helps bring the community together to raise awareness and funds for the project. Children's Square USA is growing every year. However, space to host every child they help is limited.
That's the bottom line, is providing an important service for kids in our community, a safe and welcoming place for them and their families to be, and a learning environment for the school program that allows them to take full advantage of what our educational system has to offer.
Plans to expand the campus on North 6th Street have been made, and the goal to cover the cost of construction is almost achieved.
We are in a $9 million campaign to build a new residential treatment complex and completely renovate the interior of our academic center.
So far, $6.4 million have been raised. To help the fundraising momentum continue, former Nebraska Husker, Heisman Trophy winner, and current Vice President of Business Development for RFD-TV, Johnny Rogers, visits the campus June 20th.
I'm here in celebration, I'm pretty sure, because they went on a goal to raise a tremendous amount of money to continue on the legacy that they've created some 100 and some odd years ago.
Rogers takes pictures with the public during a meet and greet and speaks outside to build inspiration.
You don't win Heisman trophies by yourself or national championships by yourself, and you don't build good community activities and centers by yourself. It's always in conjunction with other people that you make your greatest accomplishment.
Rogers' most important message:
it's always teamwork makes your dreams work.
Bringing the community together to make the expansion at Children's Square USA possible takes teamwork and positive backing.
We're in one of the most important parts of the campaign right now, and that's securing support and involvement of our community.
Whichever way the community can help shows the children who rely on Children's Square USA that people care.
Every gift makes a difference, and there's no gift too small.
Children's Square has raised $6.4 million since October of last year. The goal is $9 million, and the organization hopes this event will help community involvement. Iowa Governor Terry Branstad comes to Iowa Western Friday, June 19th. Every year, the governor gives out volunteer awards to those who have dedicated their time to the Council Bluffs community. Several people from different organizations received the award this year. Playland Park has been rezoned and subdivided, and now the city is in the process of getting contracts for grading, storm sewer, sanitary sewer, water, and street paving. Community Development Director Don Gross has more on what buildings and homes will begin to develop this fall.
I've been working with a development group that would build a 65,000 square foot, 4 to 5 story office building right on the levee. It'll be occupied by a number of tenants. And we hope to be able to be in a position to get development agreements and sell that ground early fall or late summer, and see that come out of the ground starting this fall and being completed in 2016. We've also talked with Broadmoor Development, which is an apartment builder out of Omaha. They own the apartments on the south or the north side of the golf course. There's 3 phases there, River Park, and they are looking at several blocks of development there. One is a pedestal building that's similar to apartments that you've seen at Exarban Village. It's essentially underground parking with 3 levels of apartments above, and it'll have some commercial space on the outside. And we're also looking at a block there with them that they would have a mixed-use building. It would be a 3-story building, commercial on the first floor with 20 apartments above, and then some townhomes, actually 8 townhomes on the Avenue B side. So in total, maybe about 200 units with that.
In news around the Bluffs, cyclists gather on the 100 block of West Broadway for the 2nd annual All Lit Up bike ride. Using glow sticks, LEDs, and glow-in-the-dark paint, they gear up for a 10.9-mile bike ride through Northwest Council Bluffs.
We wanted to do a ride that was a little bit different, so we decided a nighttime one was different than most that are out there, and of course the glow in the dark just kind of came along with the night ride.
Roughly 140 cyclists participate in the night ride. Prizes for the most decorated bike and cyclist are given as well. College Road is repaved near Primrose Retirement Community. The street closed to through traffic June 22nd and 23rd. Public Works says holes in the road keep opening up every time it rains, so this is a more permanent solution. And also, Main Street between Canesville and West Broadway is closed as of June 22nd. This is due to construction of the new TS Bank going in across the street from the parking garage. The Missouri River Relief Crew updates us on the success of the cleanup on June 13th. More than 150 volunteers helped collect 5.5 tons of trash from the banks of the Missouri River. 88 tires, scrap metal, motor oil, pesticides, and batteries were recovered. The groups worked downstream of the Omaha area in Bellevue and Council Bluffs. Missouri River Relief teamed up with Fontenelle Forest and Back to the River to make the cleanup possible. The Harvester Art Space Lofts in downtown host an open house June 20th. The artists living in the apartments open their homes so the public can view art, listen to some music, and even grab a snack. One resident says this is an opportunity that keeps her dreams on track.
This atmosphere, only encourages creativity, and I think, especially with my business, that's something you need every day.
The Harvester Lofts houses artists from photographers and painters to jewelers and musicians. We'll have more on a new exhibit featured through August in our in-studio interview. Coming up on Council Bluffs News, the first ever Wheels of Courage car show takes place at Quaker Steak and Lube. See how this show is helping a greater cause. And up next, Lisa Haney joins us in studio to talk about the new exhibit called Coherence at the Harvester Lofts in downtown.
We have strings hanging from the ceiling that the lasers interact with, and you're allowed to reach up and touch the strings.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. Joining me in studio today is Lisa Haney from the Harvester Lofts in downtown Council Bluffs. Thanks for being here, Lisa.
Thank you for having me.
And go ahead, tell me what the Harvester Lofts is, what you guys do there.
The Harvester is a live-work space for artists, and we are comprised of musicians, theater people, writers, visual artists, non-visual artists.
Okay, and you guys actually have a room for an exhibit, which you just opened up. A new one there. Go ahead, tell me more about Coherence.
Our gallery space is a room that we have, and we are hosting Dan Corson's Coherence, which is an immersive laser light exhibit brought to us through Iowa West Foundation.
Okay, and how does it involve the people that view it?
It's interactive in terms that you enter and you wear booties on your feet, and the room is completely blackened out, and we have strings hanging from the ceiling that the lasers interact with, and you're allowed to reach up and touch the strings. You're allowed to sit on the floor, lay down if you want on the mirrors, to just totally immerse yourself in this experience. And we encourage people to bring in their own music and play on their headsets and just kind of make it their own experience.
Okay, can you tell me more about the lasers, or do you know how many there are too?
There's only 3 lasers in the room. 2 interact with the over 800 strings that we have up, and then there's a separate area. It's like a separate room where there is a laser projected onto a wall that has a decaying effect. So each image is like built upon the last image. So it's in each of them take about 30 minutes to watch all the way through.
Okay, so it has to be very calming too, I imagine.
Oh, very much so. It's very almost like meditative. It's really a neat experience.
Okay, and it just opened up recently. However, people can view it all the way through the end of the summer, correct?
Yes, we're open till August 22nd, Wednesdays through Saturdays. We have some daytime hours, like on Wednesdays from 12 to 4, and Thursdays and Fridays from 4 to 8, and then on Saturdays from 12 to 8, so we're there all day.
Okay, and is there a cost to see this?
It is absolutely open and free to the public.
Okay, you just have to catch it on one of the days that you guys are open. So,
Yeah.
Well, it's very interesting, so we'll have to check it out. So, thanks again for being here, Lisa.
Please come on by. Thank you.
You're welcome. Stick around, more Council Bluffs news after the break.
Which planet are we living on? It's right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea.
We're gonna turn the lights and everybody look up.
Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Create new opportunities and expand your knowledge with Iowa Western's continuing and career education.
It was really intimidating to go back to school, but Iowa Western made me really feel like I could do it.
Our goal is to help students achieve success from education to employment.
Learn more, including information on extra benefits for Iowa residents at iwcc.edu/continuing_education.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. Now she's holding on for dear life.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Events like the Squirrel Cage Jail Lockup to the Bald and the Brave Challenge help raise funds for Jenny Edmondson cancer patients. The Wheels of Courage brings in the last bit of money they need to reach a goal of $25,000. IWTV student Danielle Rambo has details on how they make that possible.
From trucks to hot rods, all cars make a huge impact.
Well, today we're doing a benefit car show to help with Bald and the Brave and Jenny Edmondson for cancer. And everything here will be donated.
The first Wheels of Courage car show on June 20th is paying off.
It's a new experience for us, and so far I believe it's really been a real good success.
For just a $20 fee, those with a car can participate in the show held at Quaker Steak and Lube.
Every single bit of it goes directly to, the Cancer Foundation.
The aid it is providing for patients means so much more.
All the money that gets raised in the Bald and the Brave, the Wheels of Courage, and Spirit of Courage all goes into that Spirit of Courage Charitable Patient Care Fund.
That fund brings support for patients in all areas of cost. All proceeds earned today goes back to help cancer patients with the cost of treatment and also with everyday living with things like transportation. Even though this organization has been around for 14 years, smaller fundraising events like this started just 3 years ago.
We actually had one of the local police officers, Ted Roberts, who said, we'd like to get together as a city and do something. And so he actually came up with the original idea for the Bald and the Brave.
With a successful turnout for the fundraiser, officials set in mind a future car show.
The guys are already planning and have some wheels in motion for next year.
The organization is also welcoming any help they can bring on board. For those interested in volunteering, can check out the webpage jehfoundation.org. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Danielle Rambo.
The Wheels of Courage car show brought in roughly $5,000, where 90 cars were displayed. Those involved intend to get together soon to set up next year's car show. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, the Midlands Humane Society has plenty of dogs and cats ready to be taken to a new home. Meet a few of the furry friends and pets of the week. And get your pen and paper ready for our weekly events calendar. We'll be right back.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. June 7th, the most beautiful horses in the world come to town for the Gala of the Royal Horses. Then September 27th, Papa Roach with headliner Five Finger Death Punch. The MAC offers free parking for all events, including those in the convention center. July 10th and 11th, enjoy all things British, movies, and more at British Fest. Then Spirit of Courage Celebrity Weekend takes place August 8th and 9th. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. And now she's holding on for dear life. Her kids can see she may have broke her knees. They still love her though she looks like she's attacked by killer bees. I'm allergic. Proof you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Plus Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
I wouldn't have been at this ceremony if I hadn't been at this ceremony first. Unfortunately, nearly 30% of U.S. high school students aren't making it to graduation. And every one of us, every parent, every friend, and neighbor, has the responsibility to provide the support and encouragement they need to make it through. Because we all need to see a lot more of these pictures.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Time now for Pets of the Week.
Hi, I'm Rosie here with Pets of the Week. Today we have Bruiser and Crash. Bruiser's the little tiny guy here, and Crash is the bigger one. They are Chihuahuas. Bruiser is 6 years old. Crash here is about 10 years old. They were surrendered by their owner, which I can't believe because they're such little cuddle bugs. But they came in together and they love each other very much. So we're hoping they get adopted by somebody who wants to keep them together. They have great personalities. They love other dogs. They love kids. They've lived with cats before, so they would be a great addition to anybody's family. Crash's file number, this bigger guy here, relatively bigger guy here, his file number is 16313. Again, that's 16313. Little Bruiser here is 16312. Again, that's 16312. This is Sadie. Sadie is a Great Pyrenees mix. She's about 6 months old. She was surrendered by her owner. She does not really care for other dogs, and kids and cats are a little rough on her too. So she would be best as a queen of the castle, so to speak. But obviously she's a lover, as you can tell. Loves people, loves to be petted, and so she would make a great couch companion for any family. Sadie's file number is 15960. Again, that's 15960. Continuing our feature on cats for National Adopt a Shelter Cat Month, this is Tornado. Tornado is an 8-week-old male kitten, very sweet, very playful, loves to play, so would be fun for an active family that wants a kitten to play with them. Tornado is a domestic short hair, and Tornado's file number is 16389. Again, that's 16389. This is Blade. Blade is a 1-year-old male domestic medium hair. He loves to play, but he also really loves to cuddle and give kisses. So you get the best of both cat worlds with Blade. His file number is 16030. Again, that's 16030. You can come meet Blade and all of his cat and dog friends here at the Midland Humane Society, 1020 Railroad Avenue here in Council Bluffs.
Time now for our weekly events calendar. Country on the River begins Thursday, June 25th. The 3-day concert festival includes artists such as Craig Morgan, Eli Young Band, and the band Perry. Tickets are $70 for 1 day and $85 for all 3 days. Visit countryontheriver.com for more bands and ticket information. The Council Bluffs Public Library is hosting a Saturday matinee June 27th. The showing of To Kill a Mockingbird will be from 2 to 4 in Meeting Room B. The movie is free to watch and popcorn will be served. The historic General Dodge House is hosting the annual Garden Walk this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Several private gardens will be available to explore for $10 in advance and $12 at the door. Call 712-322-2406 for availability and more information. View Art in the Park Sunday, June 28th. Sponsored by Bluffs Artists Downtown, formerly known as Second Fridays, Bayless Park will feature some neat pieces from 1 to 5 p.m. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. CBTV is always looking for your feedback. You can send questions or comments to cbtv@iwcc.edu. Call 712-325-3312 or find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Just search CBTV17. Remember to keep it here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning in to the Bluff Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Marie Zeitner. See you next week.